Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually proposed this on my Discord. If you would mind if I mix in my political videos with the crypto videos, and everybody seemed kind of cool with it. We're not a big channel; we don't get a lot of views, so I want to be able to have free reign to say what I want, and I'm just basically taking it. The White House Office of Gun Violence Prevention. That's the new thing that's going to be coming your way. Now, I think that's hysterical. By the way, I just that's funny to me, and I cannot wait to go to the CBO and see how much money they're actually going to fund for this. Uh, it's typical. It's typical of big government. It's typical of cradle to grave type of society that we seem to be developing here. Uh, that you have all of these offices that really do nothing. I mean, you have a Department of Agriculture that doesn't grow food. You have a Department of Energy that doesn't create energy. You have a Department of Education that doesn't educate anybody. So now we have going to have an Office of Gun Violence Prevention that will not prevent gun violence because they will never actually admit that they themselves are responsible for creating the conditions that would necessitate them creating an office like this. And of course, we're talking about uh, just the lockdowns, unemployment, the actual unemployment, not the numbers that they make up, uh, and $33 trillion in debt and inflation that is just absolutely running rampant. I know we don't like to talk about it. We like to pretend that this doesn't really matter, and we like to pretend that our party, I'm not a party guy, by the way, that our party has our back when it took two to tango, and it absolutely took two to drum up $33 trillion in debt because you can ignore the laws of economics, but you cannot ignore the results of ignoring the laws. So go outside, take a great big whiff of rampant runaway, we are in big trouble debt because that's what we have. So when you create those conditions and you can no longer hide behind charts and statistics, then you get what you get. You're going to get a lot of people that are nervous. You're going to get a lot of people that are scared. You're going to get a lot of people that are broke that are going to take matters into their own hands because you're not doing anything. Now, I'm not a fan of gun violence. All right, I'm a big 2A guy. I'm concealed carry. I'm always packing, but I don't want trouble. And I like to think that most people don't. I like to think, particularly most law-abiding gun owners, they don't want trouble. We don't. We're carrying in case trouble comes looking for us, but we're not going out of our way looking for it. So you really have to look inward on this one. Now, the White House isn't going to care. All right, they are really indifferent to this. It's a chance for them to create a new office, to appoint friends, to get people that you owe favors up into a better position so that they can also be on the government dole. And that's really all it is because anything that you might dream up in this office of gun violence prevention, we already have laws against those things. Anything that you're going to come up with, laws already exist. So you can play around with high capacity magazines. That's what'll stop it, but it won't. You can play around with more thorough background checks, but it's not going to matter because typically the people who are causing the gun violence, they're not doing background checks. All right, and they are indifferent to what magazine that you tell them that they can put into their weapon, and for some reason, even after all this time, that continues to elude you. Now, I don't think you're ignorant people, not at all. I think you are people who want to be in on the grift. That's what it is, man. People don't go into politics anymore because they want to enact change. They just want to have a seat at the table. They want to be in on the grift. I don't think that you're ignorant people. Not at all. I think you're very intelligent people. But you can see the walls starting to get erected around you and your families and your friends and your cliques. And that's basically what's happening here. And at the same time that you're raising walls and arming up better, you're opening our own borders so that anybody who's not inside your wall out there has to deal with it. And when it starts to get out of hand, like it is, then you come up with a new office, such as the White House Office for gun violence prevention. You've been doing this for a long, long time, and for some reason you think people don't notice. People notice. They just don't really want to do anything about it. All right, it's the Tytler cycle. And if you're not familiar with the Tytler cycle, this is a bad video. Even me putting it out, I know this is a bad video. I should be doing this as a podcast. But even folks like me we're well aware of what you're doing, but we're just in such a state of apathy that we're not going to do anything about it. It's past. We're just kind of hoping that things get better, and I don't think they're going to, but you never know. But yeah, that's where we are. So I do wish you a lot of luck with this. I'm sure it's going to be a wild success, particularly because the numbers are reported by you. They're not reported based on any kind of reality. They're going to be reported any way you want them to be reported. So if you need this to be a wild success, you will just report it as a wild success. Again, this is not new. You guys have been doing this for a long, long time. Yeah. All right. Anyway, man, look, I'm obviously I'm struggling to say what can I want to say my entire truth on a video like this on a crypto channel? Do I really want to get it all out there, or do I want to moderate? So right now I'm moderating, but if it gets a response, people like it, then I'll go ahead and start hitting the gas. But yeah, I just wanted to float this. This is a video flyer to see if anybody's actually interested in this type of content, because I've been doing this type of content for a very, very long time, and it's kind of my wheelhouse. So, okay, anyway, questions, comments, scott@thepodcast.com. I answer any and all of them. And until next time, guys, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. Cheers.